Tuesday the 21st of May, 2024. First reading. Reading from the book of James. Where do these wars and battles between yourselves first start? Isn't it precisely in the desires fighting inside your own selves? You want something and you haven't got it, so you are prepared to kill. You have an ambition that you cannot satisfy, so you fight to get your way by force. Why you don't have what you want is because you don't pray for it. When you do pray and don't get it, it is because you have not prayed properly. You have prayed for something to indulge your own desires. You are as unfaithful as adulterous wives. Don't you realize that making the world your friend is making God your enemy? Anyone who chooses the world for his friend turns himself into God's enemy. Surely you don't think Scripture is wrong when it says, "The Spirit which he sent to live in us wants us for himself alone." But he has been even more generous to us, as Scripture says, "God opposes the proud, but he gives generously to the humble." Give in to God, then resist the devil, and he will run away from you. The nearer you go to God, the nearer he will come to you. Clean your hands, you sinners, and clear your minds, you waverers. Look at your wretched condition, and weep for it in misery. Be miserable instead of laughing, gloomy instead of happy. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up. Responsorial Psalm. Entrust your cares to the Lord, and he will support you. Oh, that I had wings like a dove, to fly away and be at rest, so I would escape far away, and take refuge in the desert. Entrust your cares to the Lord, and he will support you. I would hasten to find the shelter from the raging wind, from the destructive storm, O Lord, and from their plotting tongues. Entrust your cares to the Lord, and he will support you. For I can see nothing but violence and strife in the city. Night and day they patrol, high on the city walls. Entrust your cares to the Lord, and he will support you. Entrust your cares to the Lord, and he will support you. He will never allow the just man to stumble. Entrust your cares to the Lord, and he will support you. Gospel acclamation. Alleluia, alleluia. If anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we shall come to him. Alleluia. Gospel. Reading from the book of Mark. Jesus and his disciples made their way through Galilee, and he did not want anyone to know, because he was instructing his disciples. He was telling them, "The Son of Man will be delivered into the hands of men. They will put him to death, and 3 days after he has been put to death he will rise again." But they did not understand what he said and were afraid to ask him. They came to Capernaum, and when he was in the house he asked them, "What were you arguing about on the road?" They said nothing, because they had been arguing which of them was the greatest. So he sat down, called the 12 to him, and said, "If anyone wants to be first, he must make himself last of all and servant of all." He then took a little child, set him in front of them, put his arms round him, and said to them, "Anyone who welcomes one of these little children in my name welcomes me, and anyone who welcomes me welcomes not me but the one who sent me." Gospel of the Lord.